Hello there, hope you're well. Today we're taking a look at how does your person truly feel about you. We'll see their intentions, their feelings, what they might be going through right now when it comes to this connection, or even in their own personal life. We'll see what's happening with them. We have two groups over here. What I want you to do is choose one of these groups that you feel called to. And we have group number 1 over here and group number 2. I also offer personal readings on Instagram, so you can message me on there if you're interested. Timestamps are going to be in the description box down below. So without further ado, you can jump right to your reading. Hi, group number 1. Let's take a look at how your person is truly feeling about you. I want to mention again, I do offer personal readings on Instagram, so you can message me on there if you're interested. These cards over here are going to be talking about like their overall energy around the connection, what they might be feeling, and then we'll look at tarot to get a little bit deeper. So let's see here. Let's look at these cards first, and then we'll move on to the other oracle cards. So group number 1, how does their person truly feel about them? We have unrequited love, deception, and we have worth waiting for. Okay, so this person, first of all, has a lot of difficulty being vulnerable and being authentic in a connection. And not just in a, I think they might have a few friends that truly know them, that have known them for a long time, and with them they are quite authentic, quite real. This could be family members as well, but when it comes to meeting new people or romantic relationships, this person has a lot of difficulty opening up. They have a lot of difficulty showing their true self, and this is due to a lot of insecurity regarding what their own beliefs about themselves. They don't think that if they were to show their true self, they will be liked or they will be accepted. And so there's a lot of barriers, a lot of walls, and they might not even realize it, but it just comes naturally to them because they're so used to being inauthentic. When it comes to you, their energy is quite divided, and it might come across in a physical world where they're quite hot and cold. They give you mixed messages. There is this imbalance here within their being. They aren't quite sure where they stand as of now, and it feels like they're not investing a lot of time determining where they stand either. They're just letting this connection being on the back burner, and that can be quite hurtful. So they might feel a lot of emotions as well that they themselves are not aware of. So there is like a lot hidden within them. I won't be surprised if the moon card comes out in the tarot, because that's the kind of energy I'm sensing. Like there's a lot buried inside, and they're not as comfortable bringing it out to themselves, to you at this point. With the worth waiting for, I do feel that this individual does kind of sense that there's more to come. There's a part of them that's kind of holding on. So there is that imbalance where a part of them does not want to think, does not want to invest their time figuring it out, while another part is just like hoping it just gets resolved on its own, like your connection, the situation. They do see you in a very pure light. They see you like in a very angelic light. And they do feel very soft when you're around them. They feel very gentle, and that can be scary. If someone's being authentic and we are being very like real with them, it can be triggering because they know themselves deep down that they're not, and it makes them feel perhaps a sense of guilt, which makes them kind of resent, or not resent, but push you away in a sense. And that's what I'm sensing that is happening in this situation. They seem to be waiting for something to happen. They do feel that there is more to come, but a part of them isn't really willing to step forth with that authenticity to actually take much action in the situation. I do also feel that certain times in this connection, this person has really stepped forward to express their love, their connection. And then other times they just act like they don't know you. They act kind of distant and cold, and you don't really know how to be. You don't really know how to act around this person, because it can be a little embarrassing too when someone is acting one way, and then there are other times where they're acting completely different. Like, you don't really know. And that's where that inauthenticity is coming in. Like, this person is, if they were authentic, they would be just one way. There would be stability in their being, but that is not present, which is why things are the way that they are. Let's take a look at these two cards now and see what else we can find out about this person and their energy towards this connection. We have mourning, what must be grieved. And we have salt, what requires your protection. Okay, so a part of this individual, it seems like, is quite sad about whatever has happened in this connection. They feel that there has been a closing of a cycle between the both of you. They feel something has come to an end in a way. It doesn't necessarily mean the whole situation's over, but something within the situation has come to an end. And this person senses that, and a part of them is quite sad. Now, how much they're aware of this sadness, like, I feel like they're aware, but how much they're able to feel these emotions is different. But the pain is definitely there. And then with what requires your protection, I also feel that a part of this person really does care about you. They really do almost like want you to see them as the leader. They want you to see them as someone that is like a protector, that is reliable. And that's the fear. That is the fear that they're not. They themselves don't fully trust that they can be the person that you deserve. And I feel that this is why there's a lot of authenticity. This is why they try to like act a certain way, to have this ego, but because they want to kind of show you that they are in charge, but it's coming across not in the right way. And yeah, they want to be there, but it feels like they don't think they can. So a lot of insecurity, a lack of trust within the self when it comes to this person. But I am seeing here that how they see you right now, how they're feeling about you, they see you as someone that is very gentle, that is very caring, that deserves a lot of love, that deserves to be protected. They see you in a very good light, but they themselves are not quite balanced out, which is why their part in this situation might not be being played out the best, because they themselves are quite all over the place and a little bit insecure and not that authentic. Number 19 comes down to a 10, which again talks about an ending of a cycle. And number 4 is the energy of stability. 40 comes down to 4. It's the energy of stability. It's like they want to have the stability. They want to give you the stability, but they weren't able to, which in result kind of ended a cycle, right? Also noticing how this person has turned their back on this person. I'm sensing this is kind of giving me your energy as well, where they kind of turned their back on you and they are now feeling the loss, and they also feel that they weren't able to give you what you deserved because they don't have it. So it's like they turn their back, they're feeling the loss, they're feeling not good enough, and you're just ready and you're waiting. They see you as someone that is above them for sure, and they know that you deserve a lot more. They're just afraid that they can't give it. And now you may think that they can, but we ourselves know ourselves quite well. So if they do have a fear that they cannot give it to you, then alongside insecurity, that fear is there for a reason, right? But we'll take a look at tarot now to see what we can find out about what is happening with this person. Like, how are they feeling, their intentions. Group number 1's person, spirit. How do they truly feel about everyone that's watching? How do they truly feel about group number 1? Okay. 7 of Wands. I'm not surprised this card came out. This is the card of kind of pushing people away, pushing energies away, because you feel that if they come too close, you will be harmed in some way. Um, it's difficult when people point a finger at you and basically say, you're not good enough. You don't have this. I need this, and you kind of don't have it. Like, it's like it can be painful, and they don't want that. There is insecurity here, you guys, and if they have pushed you away, there's this defensive energy on their end for sure. It's not because they don't want you to come their way, it's because they think that if you come their way, they will be hurt in some way. And as a result, they might be ending up hurting you, which is a very common case in this world and in the lives of many when it comes to romance. Um, right now, they're going to push you away if you were to head their way. This person has to work through their insecurity in order to really open themselves up to this connection. So you're not guided to reach out, you're not guided to head their way. We'll see what other cards come out, but this card is basically saying that they've kind of have a wall up right now. They're like in this almost like wounded place of what has happened, but they also will attack if you try to control the situation. Because remember, they want to show you that they're the leader. They are afraid that they're actually not. So if you take control, you're gonna almost be challenging them in a way, making them think that, oh well, yeah, you're not, but I am. You see what I mean? So it kind of goes in that competition end. So this is why you're being guided not to do so, because this person really needs to figure themselves out and then kind of step in their leadership role to prove themselves that they can do it. But can they do it? It's gonna depend on them. Let's see what else we can find out. Group number 1, how does their person truly feel about them, Spirit? We have 5 of Cups, and Mourning is the same kind of card here. Let me show you both of these cards where they're looking down, they're sad, there's this darkness here. So this person does feel the loss. They do feel as though they've lost you, they've lost something valuable in the connection. There is sadness here present for sure. This person, I'm also sensing that they have some other connections in their life that are trying to cheer them on. So it'd be friendships, but I do feel they have people. They have situations going on that are quite well, like there's laughter around them, but they're not able to join in on that laughter because there's also this sadness, this heaviness that is constantly accompanying them regarding what has happened with you. So you are quite significant. This situation has been significant for them. So if you're wondering, does this person even care? They care quite a lot. They're just not in the right headspace right now. So their energy does feel a little bit depressing, a little bit sad. They're thinking about the past a lot. They're thinking about past memories, and they're wanting change. They're wanting change out of the situation. Not necessarily changing the connection. I'm sure they would like that, but right now they just don't want to feel sad. That's the change they're desiring. Group number 1's person, how do they truly feel? We have Page of Wands. They're quite attracted to you. There's a lot of physical attraction here. This person sometimes do think about reaching out to you in a flirty way, but it doesn't really align because the energies are quite heavy in the connection. So but a part of them does wonder if they do reach out, if they say something flirty, how will things progress? But this is going to be like whether they act upon this or not, gonna depend on them, but they do have that desire because they do feel very much passionate about you. They feel very attracted to you. They think you are very attractive, very fiery. They feel very creative and very energetic as well, and I feel like you make them feel this way. So in a way, almost the sadness, they wonder if the sadness will go away if they were to just talk to you, and you're gonna make them feel good. But that's not a healthy thing, honestly. We need to be figuring out how we can work through our sadness ourselves, because when we fully rely on someone else to come in and save us, like we will most likely only go to that person when we do need to feel better, not always, you know what I mean? So don't become someone's like escape, because you're not gonna get what you deserve. But that's kind of where their headspace is at. They're like thinking of you as an escape away from their emotions, but then not because they want to be in your life or be stable person in your life, just because they don't want to feel sad. What else can we find out about this person? Group number 1's person, how do they truly feel about them, Spirit? Whoa, 2 cards came out. 8 of Cups and the Fool. This person, now I'm gonna be brutally honest here. So you can turn off the video if you don't want to hear this. But this person, for a lot of you, is thinking of walking away and starting fresh. This person may be considering just kind of leaving whatever they've built with you away and start a new chapter in their life. They want newness, they want to walk away from the darkness, and they want to experience the light. They want to start a new chapter in their life, not with someone necessarily. They just don't want to think about the past. Like, they are very much in that energy right now, but they want to get away from that energy. So their headspace right now, they want to walk away. And I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear. But that is where this energy is. Like, that is where their energy is. And I'm not going to be like making things up just so you can feel better. This is where they're at. Let's see what else we can find. We'll get 2 more cards. Group number 1's person. How does this person truly feel about them, Spirit? Okay. This person knows. Okay, so they have, with the King of Pentacles, a lot of priorities. They want to build something of themselves. They could be someone that's focused a lot on money. They could be focused a lot on their career, their goals. They want to build something for themselves. And they know that, deep down, they know that if they were to offer you anything, it wouldn't be something real. It wouldn't be something solid. It wouldn't be something that lasts. Their main focus is something else. They're investing their real self in something else. When it comes to this connection, they just know that they can't give you anything solid. They can't give you anything real. With the Page of Cups here, the energy towards this connection is quite immature. It's quite unreliable, and it's not going to be something that you like. If you right now are daydreaming, if you right now are imagining this person to come in the future a certain way, it's not going to happen, because this person is not who you think they are. Like, in your imagination, that is a lie. That's not this person. If it's almost like seeing them through rose-colored glasses, you need to take the glasses off, because this person is quite small. You might be seeing them as a lion. This person is a mouse. That's the kind of energy I'm sensing here, and they know that. They are very much aware of that. They know their part in this relationship is very small, and if they even were to come your way, it's going to stay small. It's not going to grow big. It's not going to grow into a healthy relationship. It's just going to be something temporary, and it's going to fade away, leaving you both somewhat dissatisfied. This person is on a journey to really building something for themselves and building themselves up as well, building their confidence up. And I feel like that is why they're focused a lot on their goals at this time, because they want to build these things up in their life, so they can become someone that is able to give to other people in a reliable way. So they need time. Maybe this person is young. It doesn't matter about their age, actually. Everyone's story is different, but this person, as of now, needs time to become this King of Pentacles, because right now they're still in the Page of Cups energy when it comes to relationships, and you deserve a king or you deserve a queen, right? So yeah, this person is not ready, you guys, and I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear, but I would love to offer you a personal reading if you're wanting more guidance and wanting more clarity on the situation. But yeah, that is all I'm picking up here, and I wish you the best of luck for your future. Bye. Hi, group 2. We're taking a look at your person's true feelings for you in this reading. I do want to let you know that I'm going to be very honest with every message that comes through. I won't be sugarcoating anything, so if you don't like the message, you can just turn the video off. No worries about that. I'm offering personal readings as well on Instagram, so if you're wanting more clarity after this reading, you can message me on there. It's going to be linked in the description box down below my Instagram. So these cards over here are going to be giving us overall energy this person has about for you or this connection. And then we'll look at tarot as well after to get a little bit deeper. But let's take a look at these 3 cards first, and then we'll move on to these ones. So let's see. Group number 2's person. How do they truly feel? Okay. Trust issues. That's the first thing that I picked up. So this person has a lot of trust issues, and some of you might have trust issues as well. So this person definitely has been hurt in the past, and I feel like they themselves also have a lot of red flags. Like, they are not the best in relationships. it takes practice to be good at relationships. This person seems like they've dealt with a lot of individuals that have kind of given them bad practice, and because of that, they're not able to give their best in connections. They have walls around their heart, so they don't let people in easily, and they rather hurt someone else than get hurt. That's the kind of energy this is, and it's because they have been hurt. They've dealt with a lot of selfish individuals that they've had to really sort of train themselves to choose themselves over other people. So their exes have made themselves into an ex. Does that make sense? Like the people they've dealt with have turned them into the people that they've dealt with. With the release your ex, this person does seem somewhat stuck on the past as well. If this is someone that is your ex, then it means they're stuck on you. Even if you have had some sort of situationship with this person, like in the past, they might still be stuck on you. But it feels like they are holding on to the past. They're holding on to memories. They're holding on to certain connections. And it feels like whatever this connection was, they weren't their best in this connection. And they know that, but they're still holding on to it. They have a tendency to kind of push people away or point fingers, or they might have a bit of a nasty habit of doing so as well. A little bit of a jealous type individual, I'm also sensing. But a lot of fire. This person is a very passionate person. I feel like when they're in their emotions, they're quite vocal. They talk a lot, but otherwise they're quite kind of serious, a little bit intimidating kind of individual. Pay attention to the red flags. I feel like when it comes to you, they are kind of on edge. They're not quite sure where you stand, if you're the right person. And you might be on the same vibe. Like maybe you do see the red flags in this person, and part of you wants this person, another part doesn't really know. So a little bit of indecisiveness I'm sensing from both ends. This person, I want you to know, is an angel at heart, but the circumstances have really changed them. And I feel like you can sense that as well. This person does have a good heart, but right now they're at a point in their life where they will hurt you if they think you are a risk to their peace. Yeah. Let's see what these cards are saying here about this individual and their feelings for you, okay? We have Will-o'-the-Wisp. Will you follow foolish fire or your heart's true knowing? Varies how much you practice discernment. This person's quite passionate about you. I said that already, I think. They're very passionate individual. They're very much attracted to you. You almost seem tempting. Like you seem like a devil to them. You seem very tempting. I'm sensing a lot of lust here as well. And number two, they do want to unite with you. There's a lot of physical attraction. They want to unite with you. They want to be with you. They want to hold you. They want to touch you. But then there's a part of them that's also very like careful. Like they know they have this side to them where they really want to give into their passions. But then there's also a side where like they hold themselves back a lot. So it's a good balance. Like they feel it, but they have a control over their feelings in a way. Right now, how they're seeing this connection, they feel that it's like they're not able to trust the reliability of the connection. They're not sure if this is a connection that has potential to be in their life for a long time, or if this is just like a flaky connection that's temporary. They're not able to sense that quite well. Like if they were to come your way, what kind of outcome is possible? They don't know that. And I feel like that's also why they're like very careful, very guarded, because they don't know if you are someone that wants to be in their life, or you're someone that can be in their life for a long time and can bring the stability, or you're just going to kind of waste their time. The way I'm delivering this message, it feels like this person is a bit of a narcissist for some of you, but they hold themselves very high up, and they're not very considerate about how you might be feeling, what you want. They're quite focused on the self. They're quite focused on what they want, what you can give to them, what you can provide for them. So there's a lot of focus on themselves and not a lot on your journey or your story. I'm also noticing how in this imagery, this person's almost like it's nighttime and they're kind of walking on this road by themselves. It makes me wonder if this person has been kind of going on this journey of self-discovery, and there's this heaviness here that surrounds their energy for sure. Like they're very careful about life. They take it very seriously. They take their romantic relationships very seriously, and they're by themselves. That's the thing. I feel like they've learned to think for themselves. They might be in a bit of a survival mode as well, where they're only thinking of their survival, only thinking of what can help them live better, and not a lot about connection. They're a lot about self right now. But let's see here. And with the number 8 here, I feel like they've gone through a lot of situationships, a lot of similar kind of patterns in relationships and people. And it's hard for them to get out of it, I'm sensing. So they're kind of stuck in certain situations or certain cycles in their life. And in order to break them, they definitely have to act different, think different. Whether or not this person's ready will depend on each one of you separately. I'm going to move on to your tarot cards to see if you can get any other information about this person, any deeper information about how they might be feeling about you right now, intentions, and possible future. Like, let's take a look at where this person's at. Group number 2's person. How do they truly feel about group number 2's spirit? Wow. Okay. So we have 3 of Swords, or 3 of Wands, forgive me, and we have 7 of Swords. Now this person, this is a bit of a opposite energies coming out together. So I feel like they're kind of, some of them might be bipolar, but it's the energy of them avoiding this connection, knowing that you're waiting for them, and the energy of them waiting for you and feeling like you're avoiding the connection. So it's a bit of a push and pull. It's a bit of a hot and cold kind of energy. This person wants you, but they don't want to fully give themselves to you. And they know you're waiting. They know a part of you is there, and they don't know what's going to happen in the future, but they feel like something is going to happen. As I said, a bit of a selfish energy. They want all of you, but they don't want to give you all of them. This person could also be hiding some stuff from you as well at this time. It seems like there are some things that they haven't told you, some things that you are not aware of. This could be, for some of you, just other connections they have in their life. This could be parts of their story that you don't know yet that could change. Like whatever it is they're hiding for a reason, because they know that if they were to reveal it to you, things will be a lot different. And they're kind of leaving you in the dark right now. That's what I'm sensing here. You know what? This feels like a sneaky way to keep control in their hands. A lot of like this person does not trust. They do not trust people. They don't trust the universe. They might not even trust their own family. They want control. And yeah, a sneaky way to do that is hiding things from you. Because a lot of the times we are feeling powerless and we feel like there's no way to gain that power back. We find sneaky ways to still have the sense of power. And I feel that this person has discovered that through lying and hiding, they are able to have a sense of power. And I feel that that's something that they continue to practice in their current relationships or situationships. But yes, so they know you're waiting. A part of them is waiting as well, but they're still not willing to show their cards in this connection. How is group number 2's person feeling about that, Spirit? Okay, we have 6 of Pentacles. As I mentioned, I'm going to be very honest in this reading. This can indicate third party as well. I feel like this is the kind of individual that likes to keep a lot of people on the leash. They like to give crumbs to a lot of people just to have that sense of, I got options. So they're not someone that like to put all their eggs in one basket. They like to kind of distribute them. What I mean by that is, with you kind of waiting for them, there could be multiple people that are waiting for them, or not for everyone. This is only for a few of you, but you will sense it. If this message is for you, you're gonna know deep down that this is for you. But this person has a lot of admirers that they don't fully say no to, but they kind of like give them hints or keeps them a little bit wondering if they're into them. So that way, if something doesn't work out, they can go that way. You see what I mean? They like to have options. And that can be quite twisted in an individual, and it seems like this person does have that kind of quality. They know they're giving crumbs. Like if they were in the past, like not showing their cards or kind of showing interest, not showing interest, they knew exactly what they were doing. And this is how they maintain balance in their own life, because they don't want to be in a situation where they have no options. So this is what they end up doing. They rather have people waiting for them than them waiting for someone to come their way. How is this person truly feeling about it? Like, this is not giving me any information about how they're feeling about you. This is all just talking about them. And I feel that's how the situation is. That's how this person is. It's all talking about them. I'm sure if you've had conversation with this person, almost everything, every conversation you have is going to roll back to this person's life. It's going to, even if you're expressing your emotions or telling them about your day, in the end it's going to go back to them and their life and their day and their emotions. That's what I'm sensing. Let's see what else we can find out. Group number 2's person, how do they truly feel about group number 2? Okay, Wheel of Fortune. I want you to know, first of all, this person right now, however they are being, things are going to change for them, and they might not even like it, but things are going to change for them. Wheel of Fortune is coming up to basically say that destiny is going to step in to bring a change in this person's life. How your connection is with this person will also change. You'll either hear something about this person, or you're going to know that something is shifted quite drastically. And a lot of their bad habits, or a lot of their limiting beliefs or patterns are going to be brought up to the surface for them to improve on, for them to let go of, perhaps to release. And this is all coming up pretty quickly. In the next 3 months or so, if you are in contact with this person, or if you know anyone that is in contact with this person, you're going to become aware of a lot of change that this person will be going through. And this is all happening to support their journey, to kind of cleanse them of energies of the past that they're still kind of repeating and passing on to others. Okay, but let's see here now. How does this person truly feel about the viewer, Spirit? How does this person truly feel about the viewer? Okay, we have 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. You made this person feel abandoned in some way. Now, this is upside down. I don't take reversals, but I feel in this card, like in this reading, like this card is basically saying that this is why things are the way that they are. You've hurt this person's ego in some way. You have made them feel defeated. You have made them feel abandoned in some way. And I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not. And it doesn't even feel like it was direct. This is something you could not even have an idea of. Maybe you did something, maybe you said something innocently without realizing that triggered this person's abandonment issues. A lot of you, this person is just resentful. Wow, this is not what I was expecting, but this is what is coming through. This is the deep buried reason why things are the way that they are. You've triggered this person. You are, for this individual, playing the role of someone from their past. So just to help you understand better, I can provide an example. Let's say that their ex cheated on them, and their ex used to like men's perfume a lot, right? You could have, for example, commented on a men's perfume saying it smelled really good. Innocent, right? But in a way, it can be very triggering for the individual who got cheated on by someone who had like a liking for men's perfume. So it's like you might have done something, for a lot of you, innocently. For some, you did something, but either way, this person feels quite triggered. You've hurt them, and they've buried the feeling of pain that you caused, or your statement or your action caused. They've buried the feeling. They're not wanting to feel it. They like rejected the feeling. It's still there, but their actions now are coming up kind of as a reaction to that feeling. Even though they chose to reject it and bury it, it is still there, and now they're acting based on that feeling. So in now see, this is very tricky because when we're in this energy, we need to first face the feeling in order to work through it so our actions are improve. But the longer they choose to reject this feeling that is caused, they are not going to be able to change their reaction to it. So that is a very tricky situation. That is one thing that they're feeling for sure. Let's see what else we can find out. How does this person truly feel about the viewer spirit? Okay, we have 2 cards coming out, and those are going to be the last ones I take. Let's see what the message is here. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups. I feel like right now this person has walked away in some sense from this connection. Seems like they're on a journey to basically self-discovery, and with the Wheel of Fortune coming out here, they're supposed to be leaving. They're supposed to be walking away because they're meant to be going on this sort of change. Like there's a lot that's meant to be shifting within their life. So if they have walked away from you right now, know that that was something that was supposed to happen, because right now the time is coming for them to go through a lot of change, a lot of improvement, a lot of lessons being learned. Like they're going on a bit of a journey here of the soul. So that is perfectly okay, because when they come out of it, they will be a lot different than how you know them now. So that is a message here. And when it comes to you, they know they're walking away. They know that they've kind of left things on the back burner, and they know that you're there and you're kind of waiting. But they know that they need to do something. They know that they need to kind of focus on something else right now. That's what I'm sensing. And then we have the World. They're very much physically attracted to you. I've said that already. You do stand out for them. They think you're very attractive, you're beautiful, you are the full package, like you're a great person. And I also feel that they feel a cycle between both of you has come to a close. Now, they don't think that this is the ending. They do feel that more could potentially come, but right now they feel something has come to a close. And if things were to kind of like both of you were to come back together in a way, it would be a lot different than how it was in the past. So they know that in the future, if things were to happen, it will be in a new way. It will be different. They're walking away, but they know that you're still there. And I think that they know that they will come back as well. Not necessarily, I don't know like why they will come back. I don't know the intention, but they know that they will come back. They know there's more to the story. That is how they're feeling. Like this is not the future. This is just how their energy is towards this connection. But yeah, that is all I'm picking up here, and I hope it resonated. If it did, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.